Good evening, Mount Vernon, and welcome to the Mount Vernon City Council public session. My name is Caitlin Gleason. I'm the City Council President for this year. Just a couple housekeeping rules to start with. If everybody could please mute your cell phones. If you do receive a call, please exit either out of the rear of the room to your right or to the front of the room to your right, and take the phone call out there. We have an exit in the rear, we have an exit to the right in the front. There is a staircase directly to the right outside the rear exit and down the hall by the rotunda stairs. There's a ladies' room right outside the door here and a gentleman's room right by the rotunda stairs. Outside the planning board room, there is an AED machine, which is an artificial defibrillator, just in case of emergencies. This evening, we are going to immediately go into a executive session if somebody makes a motion, and we will be in there for a short period of time. Once we come out, we will go directly into the public comments. So I will entertain a motion to go into executive session for personnel.
Sure, I'd like to make a motion. I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel. So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
I'm sorry. Oh, we could do that. We could do that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna back up a minute. We're gonna start the meeting like we normally do with the Pledge of Allegiance and the roll call. With that being said, he already made the motion, so we have to go into executive session and then start the meeting the other way? Yeah, all right. So we'll take a second to that motion. Sorry. Forgive me. Y'all can sit. Javon, second? Okay, roll call?
Councilman Boxell, Councilwoman Brown. Aye. Councilman Potteet. Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye. Okay, we'll pause the Facebook Live and we'll be back in a short few. Thank you, everybody.
So it's gonna say Derek.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome back, Mount Vernon. Can I have everybody stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilman Potteet? Say it again. Sorry. Somebody's got to make a motion to come out of executive session.
I move to exit executive session.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Boxell, Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet, Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilman Potteet. Okay, for everybody who was not here earlier, please take out your cell phones and mute them. If you do receive a phone call, please remove yourself from the council chambers. We are gonna roll right into the public speaking session. And we are going to start with Kim Burhow. Please come up, state your name and your address, and you have 3 minutes and 1 additional minute to wrap up. Thank you.
My name is Kim Burhow. I live 40 County Route 51, Campbell Hall, New York. Good evening. My name is Kim Burhow. I'm the owner of Valentina's Restaurante on Gramerton Avenue. I've been having issues with a smoke shop next door from me, 550 Gramerton Avenue. They're selling marijuana illegally. They're across from a childcare center. They're also smoking marijuana outside, which affects my restaurant. People, and as people are walking in and out, as well as children coming in and smelling it. Also, the biggest issue is the cigar smoke inside. They do not have a good ventilation system, and it's coming into the restaurant. This past week, I had 6 tables leave because of the smell. My landlord has not and will not do anything to fix this problem. He is aware of what they are doing. I email him every week and he does not respond to me. I'm asking kindly to please do something about this issue. I cannot run a business this way. I'm letting you know that if nothing is done, I will be calling Channel 12 News to let them know of the situation. This has been ongoing since they opened. And when I spoke to my landlord, he said, it's none of my business. But it is affecting my business. It's affecting my employees, bless you, my customers with secondhand smoke. My employees go home at night with their clothes smelling of cigar smoke. This is not fair. And also, just hearsay, I've heard that they have guns in the establishment for protection. And I don't feel it's safe for my customers and my employees. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Just so everybody knows, council will comment towards the end of the speaking session. Can I have Mr. Kenneth Miller? Kenneth Miller, please come up.
My name is Kenneth Miller. I live at 44 St. Paul's Place. I'm here representing the Kingsbridge Gardens Block Association this evening. The issue we're having is with one of our neighbors who live at 64 St. Paul's Place. Over the last year and a half, he's running an illegal social club, nightclub, or after-hour spot every Saturday from the hours of about 12:30, 1 o'clock a.m. to Sunday morning, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. With that being said, we're having individuals coming up and down the block, making noise as they're driving. They got the car radios on as loud. The car radios are loud. They're even parking in front of people's driveways. This has been going on for like the last year and a half, and it's getting progressively worse. We have people who've been living on this block for 30, 40 years who are becoming intimidated by the outsiders coming in. They're urinating, leaving debris as they're leaving his establishment. He's running this out of his garage. He doesn't even have a garage door. He has 2 double doors with a padlock on it that are soundproof now. Couple of neighbors confronted him, talked about the situation, because we reported to the police. I've even filed a complaint with the buildings department, but they said they can't do anything because he's operating outside of their business hours, so they can't send an inspector over to investigate this, which I find is very strange. The compounder problem, when we do call Mount Vernon police, sometimes they show, sometimes they don't show. I just called them last Saturday night. Officer got out his car. I called about an illegally parked car. Got out his car, flashed a flashlight on the registration, went around the car. I guess he was checking the license plate, flashed his light to the house, seen it was in front of a driveway, and got back in his car and drove off. This is like the 3rd time that happened to me. So we're not getting the cooperation that we need from Mount Vernon police to kind of like nip this in the bud. If you cut problems off, small problems, you won't have big problems. But it's a nuisance. We have all our neighbors here who are facing the same thing. These guys are walking up and down the block loud, urinating, dropping plastic cups, congregating outside of 64 St. Paul's Place. It's like they've settled in. And they're parking in front of people's driveways like, who are you? Like Miss Cross came out to go to church one morning. Guy was actually pulled in her driveway. She said something, can you move the car? There's a bunch of people out there. They had a lot of foul language to say to her. And then this has been going on for the last year and a half. Okay, so, but I'll stop. But what I want to stress here is we're not getting the cooperation we need from Mount Vernon police. When we call, they interrogate us like, why are you calling? But they're not issuing tickets for these people who are legally parked in people's driveway. They're literally parked in people's driveway or blocking the driveway to no avail.
And you said the address was 64 St. Paul Place?
64 St. Paul's Place.
Thank you. Okay, like I said, council will respond at the end of the speakers. Is that all you wanted to say, or did you want to say something else?
And we just need the help that we could, as much help as we can get from Mount Vernon police to like kind of nip this in the bud. I mean, when people just freely walking up and down the block, congregating, I mean, it's getting worse. If nothing is done, it's just gonna get a lot worse.
Okay. Okay, hold on, Mr. Bunch. Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Our next speaker is Mr. Michael Sklar. Is he? He is not in the room, but is he online? No? All right, moving on. Lisa Stokes. Is she online? Okay, Mr. Kevin Bunch.
Good evening. My name is Kevin Bunch. I reside at 73 Rockledge Avenue in the city of Mount Vernon, New York. I appreciate City Council for hearing me tonight. I want to talk about the business 900 South Columbus Avenue, National Supplies Corp. And it also has the adjacent lot because it's a corner lot at the 600 block of 3rd Avenue, which also is part of Kingsbridge Gardens. So there's multiple issues with this business, right? Trucks are being double parked. These are 18-wheel trucks are being double parked on 3rd Avenue side, right next to the residential homes on 3rd Avenue. Trucks are idling 5:30 in the morning, right? Noise, the fumes are going in front of people's homes. I believe the ordinance says that if they're loading or unloading trucks, it has to be, can't start till 7 a.m., but I'm not sure. But garbage left by the business and the truckers that park there. our block association about 3 weeks ago, we're doing our community cleanup. And from FedEx, which is on the corner of Rockledge and Third, all the way down to Columbus, where the business is located, we picked up 2 5-gallon bags of garbage and trash left by receptacles, bottles, or whatever, left by the businesses and the truckers. Trucks that are 18-wheelers are using the pedestrians' driveways to back up to go into the business, right? I mean, actually backing up into the business, people's driveways to make the turn to get into the business. Like I said, the fumes, the garbage, the running of the trucks all hours of the night. And now our concern is we believe they brought the Salvation Army building as well. So now is that going to be more trucks, more noise, more garbage, right? We understand that business is important for the city. It helps our tax base. We understand that. But businesses there's rules, regulations, and ordinances that every business has to obey. And that's all we're asking is a little help here with this situation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bunch. Do we have Sabrina Powell online or in the room? Miss Sabrina Powell, online or in the room? Okay, can we have Miss Lynn Smith? Is Miss Lynn Smith online?
Yes,
Or-
hello.
Hi, Miss Smith. You have 3 minutes and then you have 1 additional minute. Okay, go right ahead, state your name and your address.
I am Lynn Smith. I live at 78 Parkway East, and I wanted to ask about the animal shelter. I am interested because I'm a former volunteer. I'm a director of the Friends group that helped the shelter with financial costs for many years. And I'm a rescuer who gets street cats neutered and, if possible, adopted. And I remember that about 16 months ago, right before the election, the mayor called a press conference and announced that the city was going to get $1 million from New York State to fix up the building and reopen the shelter. And I was very happy to hear that news. The Friends group was also happy. The president of Friends is a professional architect, and she has experience working with shelters. And she actually called the mayor's office to offer her consulting services pro bono and to help lay out a plan for a new shelter. However, I read that the grant requires that the work be done in 2 years, and it's 16 months later. And when I drive by, the shelter looks the same as it always has. So 2 meetings that the city set up with our president, who offered her services, were canceled. I can only assume that the city has changed its mind about its plans. So if that's the case, I just wanted to ask, are you going to tell anybody? If you've made a decision not to reopen the animal shelter, then I think the public should know. I have to say that personally, I think it's a shame. I think that we need more resources, not less, for stray and abandoned animals. The Humane Society does its best, but it's still not enough. They have very limited space, and they just can't accept all the animals that the shelter, would have taken in. They often say no. I would have thought that $1 million and pro bono architectural services, would have gone a long way toward, building what could have been a great resource to help local animals. So I hope that you'll share your decision and just explain your reasoning. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Smith. I'm going to say it one more time, Mr. Michael Sklar. He is not in the room. Is he online? Miss Lisa Stokes? Okay. And Sabrina Powell is not online? Okay. We will start with the city council comments. I will start with Councilman Boxell.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out. the smoke shop, 550 grams, and yeah, sure, that's terrible ordeal, and we all enjoy dining at your restaurant, and thank you for being a partner of Mount Vernon for a very, very long time. So yeah, if there's any illegal activity, for sure, we have to refer that to the police department and see what they uncover about that. It's unfortunate that they wouldn't just be a good neighbor and you guys could work that out, but we absolutely will look into that. So just follow up with us and just let us know any correspondence you've gotten back. Mr. Miller, similar situation, please. I know you've been here before and you seem that you're kind of like between a rock and a hard place. You've been stuck with this. So I think that we also have to do some following up on our own with that. And please tonight, take all my information and just let's discuss this further. All right. And Mr. Bunch, I know we're going to have some ordinance officers going to be coming online soon. It's possibly we can address this issue with the enforcing the regulations that are already on the books regarding how business can operate their trucks and at what times and garbage pickup and such. So I think that we have the law on our side in that aspect, but as far as enforcing it, we definitely can do a better job in doing that. So I'm sorry that's happening in your neighborhood. But like I said to you, please follow up with us and we'll get back to you as well. I think, oh no, the animal shelter. For the animal shelter, I think I'm going to defer to the executive. Once we get something written as far as their future plans, their official plans for the animal. I know that they said that it's going to be closed going forward, right? The animal shelter is going to be closed going forward. We're not going to reopen it unofficially. I haven't seen that officially correspond. So, but that's what the rumors I've been hearing. So, but yes, once I get an official correspondence from the executive regarding that, then I can really speak on that. So, thank you.
Councilman Thompson.
Good evening and thank you.